All right, so hey guys, so today I am recording my Screencast 3 on accessibility. Um, so I have chosen um, a TTS accessibility. So this is my text to speech screencast. So the overview, um, so it is text to speech. There are multiple different apps that you can have that do text to speech. So some of them are the Rest of the Pack, the Motorhead, Voicestream Reader. In iOS on like my MacBook and iPhones and Androids and on Kindles and Amazon, they actually come with built-in voice readers for you. So like location, you can download apps on your phones, tablets, iPads, kind of thing, or some of them are already located in your devices, like I mentioned before. So this tool promotes inclusive learning as it helps those who struggle with reading standard print. Having things read aloud to you helps with people with dyslexia, people who are blind, even people who have ADHD when they can't sit there and focus and read something. Having something read to them may make it easier for them. And this makes it so all students can learn the same material and read the same readings, even if they aren't quote unquote reading them, they can still listen to them as well. So these apps can be downloaded on pretty much any form. Like I mentioned, iOS and Android, most of them come with some sort of speech to text or text to speech kind of devices already. Most of the apps are free. The ones that are already on your devices are free. I did find a free one on my MacBook. It's not the greatest. The one that I really wanted to show you guys costs $14.99. If I did have a student that needed this, I would most certainly invest in that app. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So yeah, so some of them do cost, but some of them don't. I did find that when researching the best ones, most of them only read in English. You can pay for some other ones to read in other languages if you need that for a student who's learning ELL or something of the sorts. And then most students who have trouble reading might have trouble writing as well. So you can do TTT, which is text to talk. So students can, it's kind of like closed captioning. It'll once a student talks, the words will pop up and like kind of type it out on a document. That's kind of already built in to iPhones. I know I use it like when I'm driving with Bluetooth. I send a text message back, whatever I speak, it'll type for me. Those are very common as well, so they kind of go hand in hand with one another. So if I give the class an article to read and then ask them to type out the summary, this TTS tool will help the student who maybe has dyslexia to be able to learn and listen to the article rather than read it. And then instead of typing out their summary, they could use TTT, that tool, to speak their summary instead. That will then convert it into the written document that I had then asked for. So like I mentioned, Voicestreamer was the one that I really wanted to explore. So this is their website. It says you can download the app. However, my MacBook doesn't seem to want to let me. I did try and download it on my phone. However, I didn't want to spend $14.99. But I really liked this app. I watched a YouTube video on it. However, I wanted to put the YouTube video in this video. However, the video was like 15 minutes long, which is over the 10-minute mark. So the synchronized highlighting, which I found to be useful. Some people have a hard time focusing, like I mentioned with the ADHD. So it highlights the word that they're saying out loud. You can also change the colors of the backgrounds to make this more appropriate and more focused. So it's not just like a white background with a book. You can upload documents on Voicestream to have whatever. So if I handed out that PDF, they can then scan it in and it will read it to them. Or you can already have it pre-scanned in the app and then just give them the iPad. There's many options for that as well. You can also type in the search bar in Voicestream for different book titles, and it can also pull them up that way too. For scanning in, however, if you don't have a scanner app on the device, which most iPhones and Androids have one built in their notes section, it will cost. You can Voicestream is like a series of 3 apps within one, the reader, the writer, and the scanner, which you could all do together. The scanner is like $4.99, I believe, but for me, I have a scanner app on my phone, so I wouldn't need to buy that as well. So yeah, so like I said, you can read PDFs, text, webpage, Microsoft Word, and you can do it from anywhere. Any local files on your phone, anything that's uploaded, Google Drive, Dropbox, those kind of things. And like I said, it's universally accessible and designed for people who have dyslexia or who are blind or who have ADHD and things like that. So like audio controls, like I mentioned, that kind of things. These are just reviews. But yeah, no, I really like this app. And I think it's useful. But however, for this demonstration, I didn't want to spend the $14.99. So I downloaded this app called Text to Speech on my MacBook. So basically it pops up like this little bubble and then it says, hello, I can read whatever you want. Just copy and paste in the bubble. So if I type, hello, my name is Heather, it'll read it out loud.
Hello, my name is Heather.
Unfortunately, one of the downfalls of this is that you have to be able to copy and paste into this. So for someone who is blind, unfortunately, they won't be able to copy and paste something on their own. They would need their parent to help them or something. But a person who has dyslexia, who would just like the help with the reading, can copy and paste from articles online and stuff. However, a PDF is not always copy and paste accessible. So that's kind of a struggle with this one. If you download Pro, you can upload documents to this as well. However, this is really easy and accessible, and it's free. It's like right there, and it can just be like down below, and it is an app, so I can like just pull it up whenever I need to. So yeah, no, I would definitely choose Voicestreamer if I had a student who needed this. So like I said, strengths. So a student who's struggling with reading, this app can help with that. However, it will not help with someone who is blind or necessarily has autism or something like that if they can't copy and paste on their own. However, Voicestreamer is a much more appropriate app for that. And a weakness, like I said, the one app that I did find that I really liked was $15. However, it is a one-time cost. You don't have to do it over and over again. So I really would like that. However, I just didn't have the time or want to spend $14.99 for this demo. But I did watch a lot of videos, and I really do like that app because you can change the fonts and the backgrounds and stuff to help the child focus with whatever they need. And there are a lot of text-to-speech programs. These are only just a couple that I found and that I talked about. However, like I said, a lot of phones and devices are already built with them in there. But if I had a student who needed one and would benefit from one, I would absolutely use the money and have that available in my classroom. Yeah, that's my text-to-speech screencast, and I hope that you all liked it, and I hope that you consider using a text-to-speech in your classroom.